Let's talk for a few minutes about the vegetable group. Most of the information that I'm fixing to share with you, I got off of a website called myplate.gov. It's an awesome website. If you have a minute, click over there. There is so much information and tools that you can use to refine your diet so that you're getting all the nutrients that you eat that you need every day. What you see here is 21 cups of various vegetables. This is what one person should eat in a week. And they are in various groupings that we'll look at in just a second for reasons based on the nutrients. This helps you get all the nutrients that you need in a week. Used to, they told you how many cups of whatever you needed per day, but it's hard to get people to vary their diet when they're looking at it at a daily, spacing. So if you start looking at it for a week, it's a little bit easier to start picking and choosing from different groups to make sure that you get everything you need. Within the vegetable group, there are 5 different types of vegetables. So let's look at the different ones. Now the vegetable group as a whole, you need 21, about 2.5 to 3 cups per day, which figures up to 21 cups in a week. Now that's a minimum. You are more than welcome. In fact, you are encouraged to eat more than that. You just have to be careful on how you're preparing them. If you're going to count French fries as a vegetable, then you really don't need to overload that, okay? But leafy greens, broccolis, things like that, tomatoes, your reds and oranges, go crazy with them. Eat as many as you want. Okay, the first group is your dark green vegetables. Now, this includes broccoli, greens like collards, mustard, turnip, and kale, spinach, and your raw leafy greens like romaine, watercress, dark leafy lettuce. Not your iceberg, but dark leafy lettuce. All right, this is, and you are supposed to get at least 2 per week of this. What I have here, these dark leafy greens, 2 cups of them count as 1 cup of a green vegetable. So there's 2 cups of that, and then there's a cup of nice fresh broccoli. So this is what you would need minimally during a week. Now, I love both of these things, so I don't have any trouble getting this and more. And calorie-wise, they don't have a lot of calories, so you just don't have to worry about them. These are great just to snack on, walk by. The leafies start your salad, okay? So this is minimally what one person needs per week. The next group is your red orange. This is where I have more trouble. This is what you would need for the red orange group. And that breaks down to, you need 6 cups per week of your red orange to get those micronutrients that you need, the right vitamins and minerals. Carrots. I have 1 cup of shredded and 1 cup of the baby carrots. So I'll put the shredded ones, I'll sprinkle those in my salads as I go through the week. And the baby ones, I'll probably put those in a roast or something like that. 1 cup of red pepper. I'll use these in cooking too. I don't usually eat red peppers raw. I mean, you can if you want to. That's great, but I just don't like them raw. So I'll make sure that I use up that cup as I'm cooking. Tomatoes. There are 2. You're supposed to have at least 1 cup of those. Well, I have 3 cups because I have 2 cups of the little tiny tomatoes, and then I'll use a cup of canned in a soup or spaghetti sauce or something as I go through the week. So not going to have any problems getting my extras of those. Other things that are included in the red orange vegetables that I don't have on my plate would be pumpkin, mashed or cooked and cooked. Tomato juice. If you like to drink tomato juice, 1 cup of that is 1 serving of your red orange vegetable. And winter squash like acorn, butternut, or Hubbard, those all count in this group, your red-orange group. Okay? Now let's move on down. The next group is beans, peas, and lentils, your dried beans and dried peas. Not green beans and not green peas, but just your dried beans. So here are some dried black-eyed peas. You only get, or you're only supposed to have 2 servings per week of this. This is something you really don't want to go overboard because it is high in calories. So 1 cup of this would be 2 servings because after you cook it, it's going to swell up. These can also go as a protein if you need it. Most people don't have any trouble getting all their protein, so this is one of the, least of our problems. Starchy vegetables, here we go. Most people love these too. Now you need 6 cups per week of your starchy vegetables. So I have corn, I have 2 small ears, but 1 large ear is a serving. Green peas, I have a cup of those. That counts as one of my servings. And my potatoes, you're supposed to have 1 cup of potato is 1 serving. So I opted to get 3 servings of this for a week to get my 6 in. So here's a 1.5 cups diced that I'll make some mashed potatoes out of. And then here's one that's actually, this is a big potato. This is actually 1.5 cups. So it's 1 serving plus half another one. I'll bake it and eat it for supper one night this week. Okay? So that gets you your 6 servings of starchy vegetables. Now, the starchy vegetables are corn, green peas, like those, and then white potatoes. Don't overestimate the potato. Like I said, this is a cup of it diced, and this is 1.5 servings. It's actually a healthy cup, but 1 cup each. All right, now the other. There's a category called other vegetables, and this is where some of your other stuff fits in. What's included in the other one? Avocados, bean sprouts, cabbage, either red, green, Napa, Savoy, cauliflower, celery, cucumbers, green beans or wax beans, green peppers, lettuce. Your iceberg or your head lettuce goes in here. Now remember, the leafy green went with your dark green vegetables. The other section is where your butter crunch or your iceberg, the lighter green, would go. Mushrooms, onions, summer squash, or zucchini. Okay, so what I have here is a cup of a wedge, which is a cup of green cabbage, and a wedge of red cabbage. I have a cup of cucumbers, cup of mushrooms, cup of my green beans, which I love, so I'll probably get extras of those, and cauliflower. Okay, you can dip these things in some ranch dressing or the dressing of your choice and munch on it. I mean, there's so many different ways. Oh, the onion, which I will just use throughout the week. I'm not going to just eat the onion, but I'll use it throughout the week. Whenever I'm cooking something, I'll throw a few pieces in there. I just thought it was going to be interesting to gather my whole week's worth of vegetables together in one. I'm going to put this in one big container and store it in the refrigerator. And then at the end of the week, I'll be able to see how I'm doing. It's a little bit hard for me to keep up. So this way I can look in my container and say, oh, you didn't eat this, and you didn't eat this, and you didn't eat that. So I know what I need to catch up on. Okay? So let's work on those vegetables. I'm going to try to do another video next on the protein group, so you can check back for that. And let me know if you have any questions. See you next time.